What is going on, guys? Christian here. Welcome back to another gaming PC build. For this PC, I'm going for a blackout look, so pretty much I'm looking for any component that is black. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. Alright guys, before I get started, I want to let you guys know that all the components I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be in the description down below. So if you want to use this build, then feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and get started with the first component. Alright guys, for the case, I went with the NZXT S340 mid-tower case. Now of course I chose the glossy black color out of the 5 colors you can choose from. And I absolutely love the look of this case. It's nice and modern, and personally I have the white version of this case and I absolutely love it. You can get it on Amazon.com for $84.95 and it has a great rating. So you really can't go wrong with this case, and I feel like it's a perfect case for this nice blackout build. But let's go ahead and move on to the next component. For the motherboard, I went with the Gigabyte Z170 HD3 DDR3. Now the main reason I chose this motherboard is because of its black look. It's mainly all black. There are some bluish / grayish colors in it, but honestly you're not going to be able to see those colors too well. It definitely stands out as a black motherboard. It costs $110.16 on Amazon, and right now no one has reviewed it, so there's really no rating on it, but it does look like it is going to be a great motherboard. The colors look fantastic and it's perfect for this blackout build. But let's go ahead and move on to the next component. Alright guys, now that I chose the motherboard, of course I need to have some RAM to go with it. And for the RAM, I chose the Kingston HyperX Fury 16GB kit. I chose this RAM for my last build, but this time I chose the color black as this is a blackout build. I feel like this RAM is going to go perfect with the build as it is pure black besides the logo of HyperX on it, which doesn't look bad at all. It costs $68.39 on Amazon and it has a solid 5-star rating, so you really can't go wrong with this RAM. Memory is important in any build, and if you want a really quick, snappy computer, then you definitely need to choose the Samsung 850 EVO 500GB 2.5-inch SATA 3 internal SSD. Now this solid state drive is an absolutely fantastic SSD and the most popular out of all SSDs. It costs $162.95 on Amazon and it has an almost 5-star rating based off of 8,000 customer reviews. So you really can't go wrong with this SSD, and I feel 500GB is the perfect amount of memory for a beginner computer build. But let's go ahead and move on to the next item. A power supply is a must with any computer build, and for the power supply, I went with the EVGA 500 watt power supply. Now, it's pretty obvious why I chose this power supply, and the main reason is because it is a solid black power supply, which is perfect for this build. Right now, it costs $34.99 on Amazon, and currently it is the #1 bestseller as well. So you just really can't go wrong with this power supply. But with every power supply, especially with a custom build, you're going to want to get some new power supply cables. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. For the power supply cables, I went with the EVGA black power supply cable set. It comes with all the cables you need and they're all nicely sleeved with a nice black color. They cost $89.99 on Amazon and they have a 4-star rating. The reason I chose these is because, first of all, they are a very nice black and they're made by the same company as the power supply. So this is definitely the perfect cable set to get. But let's go ahead and move on to the next component. For the CPU, I went with the Intel Box Core i5-6500 processor. It has DDR4 and DDR3 support. It can display resolutions up to 4K, and it has Intel Turbo Boost technology. Now the reason I chose this CPU is because I wanted to go with a cheaper CPU than the i7, but this CPU is still a beast and will be able to handle anything you throw at it. Right now it costs $204.99 on Amazon and it has a solid 5-star rating on Amazon. So you really can't go wrong with this CPU. But let's go ahead and move on to the next component. Of course, with any CPU, you need a cooler, and for the cooler, I went with the common Cooler Master Hyper 212 EVO. Now personally, I have this cooler and it does an absolutely fantastic job, so that is the main reason why I chose it for this build. But also another reason is because it is black. Right now you can get it on Amazon for $29.74, which is a very cheap price, especially for a CPU cooler that works as well as this one does. Right now it's the #1 bestseller on Amazon, and it almost has a solid 5-star rating based on 3,600 customer reviews, which is very impressive. But let's go ahead and move on to the last two components. Alright guys, we are on my favorite component of any build, and that is the graphics card. For the graphics card, I went with the PNY GeForce GTX 970 4GB graphics card. Now I absolutely love the look of this graphics card. There's definitely no other graphics card that looks like this one. I feel PNY did a great job with the design of the graphics card, and the best part about it is solid black, which is perfect for this blackout build. The GTX 970 is a beast of a GPU, and it will be able to handle any game you throw at it, no problem, as long as you stay in the 1080p range. Right now you can get it for $329.99 on Amazon, and it almost has a solid 5-star rating. So definitely I feel this is the perfect graphics card, but let's go ahead and move on to the last component. Alright guys, we have finally made it to the last component of this build, and this next component isn't going to do anything to boost the performance, but it is definitely going to complement the case nicely, and that is the eTopic Zoo computer RGB LED light strip with remote control. Now pretty much what these are LED lights that you can put in your computer to light up your whole computer build and pretty much show all the components inside. You can choose up to multiple colors, so it most likely will have the color choice that you want, and it costs $26.99 on Amazon plus shipping depending on where you live, and it has an almost 5-star rating. So I feel like this is the perfect component to finish up this build. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you aren't subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or you know what, if you have any build ideas, then leave them in the comments below and I would be happy to do that build for you. But anyways guys, I will see you in the next video.